Okay, here we go. This is the second part of the video. My wife called me, let me know that she loves me, worried about me down here in the woods by myself. I shouldn't be by myself, but I don't have anybody else to come. Everybody else is older. They get their own. But anyway, I found a couple, looks like a nice little hammerstone. This is part 2 of that one. First film, maybe hammerstone. It's a whole different, some type of Coastal Plains shirt too, but it's not as white as that. It's got a little more color to it. I don't know. I can see some. You can see some seashells impressions there. So that's that Flint River stuff I got in my hand here. This is a different type of flint than this right here. Flint River is only like about 10 miles from here. Anyway, we're going to move around over here, show you these points. I'm sorry to mess you up trying to get these points out of here. I got them in this water. There we go. First point. Nice big old kirk. Stem kirk. It's got a lot of inclusions on the end. Inclusion there, worn that right out. The tip of it was good when I got it out of the ground. And I went to clean it off like everybody does to get the dirt off, and the end of it just rots like it's rotten. But this point right here was found down on that right down there where that point is. It's like another silt line there. So now this point, this kirk is old one. I mean, it's over 5,000 years old, being that far down. This was down there by the second silt line, around 4 foot. That surprised me. I was cleaning the bottom of the hole out, scraping. I always scrape the bottom of my hole anyway. And I found out when the tip rotten came off there. It's okay, I'll take it. The next point, this point came about halfway down. All these points, they're about different areas. This is the oldest point, I think, because it's the deepest. Almost 4 foot here. And it's different type of some kind of a grade. This material here is the same. This right here is the same as this material here. That's come up from a lot of that stuff come from the Flint River flint. And this is Coastal Plains shirt. Look at that. They heat treated the tip of that. It's real red. Now that was already gone. I think it wore out over time. You know, I'm gonna call this a Abbey winged, Delta winged Abbey. Some people call them Delta winged. I don't know why. I'm calling it an Abbey. Some people would say it's a Wasisa, but it's got that long wing on there. And I don't know if that, I may have broke that. The patina on it looks different. I heard it scrape when I was scraping. That surprised me. It was in the soft dirt. I was shoveling out the hole. See, it looks different. I think I bummed that. I heard a ting. I tried to find the other wing so I could glue it back on there, but I couldn't find it. But I was scraping. It came from this wall over here too. It came down above. There's the clay pan. Clay pan down in that hole. That kirk came from off way down there where that little piece of flint is. This point came up here, what they call the sweet spot. That point came up here. That's about 36 inches. Yeah. Some people say that point was older than that, but too bad I knocked that wing off. That happens sometimes. I slowed down and started double checking everything. That really surprised me because I'm real good at checking that real powdered dirt. I missed one, knocked that off. Sorry, fellas. I messed that up. But the tip was I messed that one up. That one got away from me, fellas. That's a nice little, real nice wing out there. Sorry about that. And digging here and got this one. This is a cool looking artifact here. You can see it's worked all the way around. Nice little needle tip on it. Look at they knocked that off, uniface, but he come back around and he flaked and worked every bit of that. It's like beveled on this one side here. Broke down on it, and then he turned it over and worked that side. Like a right-hand bevel, worked it on that side, flipped it over, worked it on that side. Got a nice little butt to it where it was hafted. I can see some flaking there, but I don't see him holding that on his finger. I don't know. Some of you nappers, maybe he used it like this, hole punch, he or she, or maybe hafted that, put that in the end of an antler, hole punch, perforator. I don't know, but that's a cool little find. I love that little thing. I thought it was a flake at first. It came out from over here on this side. It wasn't, it was about the same depth as this thing. These two was about the same depth. About 36 inches. And this thing here is a killer point, fellas. It is a killer point. This is a killer point. I found it just below. Here we go. Here we go. Just under 3 inches. Now watch me roll this over. Whoa, look at that. It's a rocket. Yes, sirree. That's a rocket all day long. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at the silhouette on that sucker. Man, there's not a bump or knock or scrape on it. Just like it was the day lost, a little needle tip. Look at those two. Those things are about as sharp as they're as sharp as the tip. A little snap base, that thing's straight off. Look at the fine micro flaking on that. Fine micro flaking. Look how thin this is. That's wafer thin, fellas. And it's got a bevel to it. It's like it's twisted. He sharpened right hand, then flipped it over and sharpened it again on this side. You can see that way. It's hard to see the bevel on it when we get in the shade. Let's get down here. I found this point right over there by the shovel. About 3 foot. The bugs are getting bad. You can see got a little twist on it. How he sharpened right like a right hand bevel, but not a steep bevel. It's slightly bevel. Nice little rocket point. I don't know what to call it. I don't even know if it's a kirk. Some type of, I have no idea. If anybody has any clue what this is, let me know. But I can tell you this, it's a killer point. Made out of Coastal Plains shirt. Just all around good point down here. I had a good day. That's 4 nice artifacts and some broken pieces. I want to pray, give the Lord all the praise and all the glory, because he answers my prayers when I ask him to give me something down here nice today. We're going to leave it with this right here, that rocket. Thank you, Jesus. See you, fellas.